No, happy sewing.
Welcome, hello everybody. Welcome to Three Things Live. I'm so excited to be here with my cohort in crime, Jacki. They never let us come together.
No, this is really an event today, right?
Yes, and we want to welcome all of you. It's bound to be loads of entertainment, lots of fun, so let's get started. Welcome to Three Things Live. I'm so excited to be here today. We want to excuse Chris. She is feeling a little under the weather. It started yesterday, so we sent her home to bed. But today we are talking about something that just really intrigues me, and I hope that you will find it so interesting. We're talking all about decorative stitches and that little thing called a twin needle that you can put on your machine. So we had a call out where we asked all of you to participate and send in your heirloom stitching, something that I think is kind of a little bit of a lost art. And so if you are doing heirloom stitching, then we wanted to see what you had, what you're doing, and kind of just drool just a little bit. And you all responded. So Jacki,
yes,
you and I are so impressed,
yes,
right?
I am, yes. And I really love heirloom sewing.
Do you?
Yes, I really do. In fact, I have some things to show
I took
later.
A peek.
So,
yes.
yeah.
I don't have the patience for heirloom stitching, but I love to own heirloom stitching.
Yes.
So if anybody will do it for me, then absolutely, absolutely do. I love to look at it, gaze at it, and there's nothing better than, you know, some pin tucks in a shirt or that
yes,
frilly little lace to make you feel so feminine.
Yes, yes, it is. And I just love the little the daintiness of all of the fun things,
right,
and the way that you can be creative.
Right.
Because I've learned that you can do all kinds of different things.
And do it on your machine.
Right,
I mean, that
right.
all used to be done by hand. So I think that those of you that think handwork is a four-letter word,
yes,
know that this can all be done on your machine. And so it's just really one of those fun things that we're going to teach you a few tricks that you can do. And there's nothing better than a decorative stitch to maybe hide those little oopsies that you might have, because it looks so fancy. Yes. I remember my daughter, when she was dating her husband, he gave her a quilt that he had tied for her, but her mom had put the binding on with a decorative stitch.
Oh.
And it was just absolutely beautiful. And I just looked at that and thought, oh, all this work.
Yes.
Well, you know, not as much as hand stitching
Yeah.
that binding close. So,
Yeah.
so shall we share some of the things that
yes,
you all have sent in? And it has been absolutely fantastic to see the heirloom stitching that you have. So let's get started. All right, so the first one we have is from Karen. Isn't this so sweet? So Karen sent this in, and she actually took her daughter's wedding gown and used it to make their baby dedication outfits. Isn't that so beautiful?
Oh, that is just...
And so the second one was a little boy, and she did not let that stop her. She just made it. So she made a new pocket with his initials on that. And then she used the buttons on the back and the remaining gown. And so it can live through generation and generation, which I think is absolutely stunning and absolutely beautiful. My wedding gown is sitting in a bag in the back of my closet. My girls didn't want it. Nobody will ever want it. And so it's just going to rot until somebody decides to throw it in the dumpster, probably. So yes, you very much inspired me, Karen.
Yeah. Oh, and this one's from Kathy. Look how beautiful all of that heirloom stitching is. She was so excited to hear about that we were going to do this. She likes to make small, simple things, mostly handkerchiefs and baby burp cloth pads. She also turned the handkerchief into a bonnet. Look how cute that is.
Wow.
Sometimes, but making bonnets using heirloom techniques. It's a good way to try heirloom without messing up a christening gown or a large item. Doll dresses are also really fun. Look how darling that is.
Oh, my word.
Yeah.
Would you let your kids play with a doll that had an heirloom dress on it?
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
nope, that sits on the shelf.
Yes.
Watch that.
Yeah, so cute.
Oh, I think that's absolutely beautiful. Well, Joyce, this is really special, and we've seen this, but she made this memory bear out of her aunt's clothes for a special cousin. And so the jeans, the body of the bear was made with jeans that were her aunt. And then she actually cross-stitched on Ada cloth the little heart on there that was from her stash, her aunt's stash, because her aunt loved to cross-stitch. And I think that's just so sweet, just such a great way to pass on and to remember a loved one as an heirloom bear.
Yes, and isn't that sweet, though, that every time you see it, it will remind you of that
Right, and just
that person.
little things like the apron has her aunt's favorite candy on there. So, yes, absolutely.
Oh,
think
that's
that's
fun.
darling.
Well, this next one is from Caitlin. She loves to make christening gowns for her nieces.
Wow.
I can't imagine doing that. They always get pictures in them, and she puts them in a shadow box. Isn't that the cutest idea?
Yeah, and
So
to pass that along.
to put it in their room, so she puts the date and she puts a little note, "Love your Aunt Caitlin."
Oh,
Isn't that
as an aunt to nieces,
Yes.
I wish I would have done this.
Yeah, and hopefully she hopes that they will be passed down to their little girls as well.
Yeah,
So
beautiful.
it's so beautiful.
Yep. All right. Well, Janet, she makes 2 pillowcase dolls. So these are out of heirloom pillowcases. Well, I have some absolutely beautiful pillowcases that my great-grandmother and my grandmother crocheted on there that nobody's ever slept on because they just,
yes.
they're just so gorgeous. But wouldn't that be fun to have a little bit of a doll?
Yes.
So the multicolored one is hand embroidered and the other one is machine embroidered.
So pretty. I have actually one of those.
Do you?
I really do. I didn't really know if it was an heirloom sewing, but it really is because those pillowcases that we got from our grandma, and that
I know.
for
I
sure.
can't believe they used to put their sweaty
Yeah.
heads after farm days
Can
on
you imagine
such beautiful
all that work?
pillowcases.
Oh. All right, Susan. She thought that this was heirloom sewing, but it's sewing. This was part of a matching embroidery tablecloth and a napkin, she says.
Wow.
That her parents received as a wedding gift in 1946.
That's
Look how
beautiful.
dainty that is. It's beautiful. It was given to them by Arthur Palmer, the owner of the linen manufacturer Palmer Smith, from their hometown in Pennsylvania, Grove City, Pennsylvania. Her mother passed away in 2024, a week shy of, get this, celebrating her 101.5th.
So 101 and a
101
half.
and a half?
Wow.
I can't say that right. And she recently came across the set and decided to make something for the women in her family.
Wow.
Isn't that
That's
neat?
beautiful. Yeah, that's really, so much history.
Yeah,
in
this is
that.
what she came up with, which is beautiful. A great reminder.
All right. Well, our friend Judy, she sent this in. She made this one, and then she made a second one for Flower Girls years ago. And the couple's oldest nephew is actually getting married now in April. Isn't that so great?
Yeah.
So each dress had the girl's initials. You can kind of see that in the third little segment of that picture. And she made most of her daughter's dresses when she was a little girl because she was her 5th child and her only daughter. I just think that is stunning.
That is so pretty.
Yep. And then her daughter wore the white one to her 3rd brother's bar mitzvah party. Oh, just so beautiful, Judy.
This is really interesting. This is from Gail. This was made over 30 years ago for her son. Yes, she says, for a boy. And her husband said that he was not impressed. It was a blessing outfit, and she absolutely loved it. And she should have been born in England so she could dress him like a little prince.
I love those old pictures, and I have a lot. My mother's heritage was they came directly from England, and you could not tell if they were boys or girls for the first 2 years of their life because they wore such beautiful clothes.
Yes, and they were also ornate.
Yes.
And the stitching and the lace and all of the beautiful stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just think it's so. Thank you all of you.
That
for
was really
sending in
fun.
That was really fun, and all the precious things that you have out there. I love those heirloom stitching, heirloom photos. And if you are interested in heirloom stitching, we have just a couple of things that you can do, or you can test out, or you can try. And I love the thought about do a handkerchief or do a burp cloth or a little. I mean, something little just to try it. I mean, you know, my MO is always to go, you know what, I'm gonna do that pin-tucked long gown for my daughter's wedding, and she's gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it in 3 weeks. And never do we think of doing something just really small.
Yes, for sure. Well,
Yep.
this will be really fun. I can't wait to show what I've discovered.
I can't wait for you to show.
So
and
this will be
yep.
really fun.
All right, well, how about we just meet them over at the sewing table?
Okay, we'll see you soon.
This is Galas, where sewing meets sisterhood. Tables full of projects and big creative energy. Open sew time equals pure happiness. Embroidery, quilting, and everything in between. Look what I made moments all day long. Fabrics out, ideas flowing, friends cheering friends on. Demos that spark new obsessions. Giveaways and surprises, of course. Dance breaks are encouraged. You'll laugh a lot. You'll sew even more. You'll leave full of inspiration. Galas 2026 Under the Stars is open now. Limited seats, so grab your spot and come sew with the girlfriends.
Let's do this. Wow. Oh, there we go. There we go. That was really good. Themes Live is where we always have something to make you smile,
Something to learn.
and something to discover.
Double the fun.
Yes, exactly. Let's go.
Welcome back. This is so fun.
I know.
It's just something a little bit different, isn't it?
I'm Allison.
And I'm Jackie.
And we are going to talk about heirloom stitching
Yes.
on your machine.
On your sewing machine.
Which I think it's one of those things that we all see those stitches, but you're just like, well, what would I do with that?
Right. And you're wondering, why am I not using them, right?
And a lot of times we're knee deep in a project and you're like, you know what, I just would like to sit down and try, but we don't take the time to just learn and do. So I am so excited.
Yes.
Well, Jackie, tell us what we're going to do today. I cannot wait.
I can't either, because I am a real big fan of using my decorative stitches. We've done few things.
You and I have done. We've done some key fob. We've done a darling zipper bag.
Yeah, that we used our stitches. So I'm a big fan of using your stitches, and I'm also a big fan of what technique I'm going to show today. It's called bridge stitching. Bridge stitching. Boy, that's quite the way to say that.
Yes.
So basically,
don't say that 3 times fast.
Bridge stitching. See, I say it so weird.
Bridge stitching.
Bridge
I think we all
stitching.
do. Sounds weird in our head.
But basically, what it is joining 2 pieces of fabric together.
Okay.
I have a couple examples to kind of show you. I didn't realize that this is the thing I purchased for my trip. My swimsuit cover up. Check out this. Let me see if you can see. I'll lay it out here so that you can see this stitching right here.
The things we take for granted.
Right here is called bridge stitching.
Okay.
So we're joining these 2 pieces of fabric together, which I was like, oh, look at this. And it's just beautiful. So you can either do it by hand or you can do it by machine, but I prefer doing it by machine. I do have some hand stitching thing that I've bridged 2 pieces together, but I think machine is so much easier.
It's so precise and it looks so good. And people say, did you make that? And you can just say, yes, I did.
Yes. I also wanted to show you this because this is what I wore when I was a baby.
Oh, Jackie, is that your blessing dress?
Yes, this was actually,
so cute.
But I was, there isn't really much bridge stitching here, but look at the smocking, look at the decorative stitches. And then
love
here's
that.
this cute little slip. But I also brought this because we talked about this yesterday.
Okay.
When they did the edge on and made it look so dainty. So they did that.
I
Isn't
cannot
that beautiful?
imagine my grandchildren or my great-grandchildren ever wearing anything so dainty for that. And I always try to buy their blessing dresses for
Yeah.
them because I just think it's such a beautiful thing to have for the rest of
Yeah.
your life. But how fun to
Yeah.
make one.
No, it really is. And I really feel the couple things that I thought about with this bridge stitching is it doesn't have to be, you could maybe use it in quilting. You could also use it in making your shirts or, you know, anything that you wear.
Right.
You could do that.
Bags would be
bags
fun.
would be really cute. And
Pockets.
I even think it would be really cute to cover a notebook.
Oh.
And doing some kind of stitching. So this is what, let me just show you a couple examples of what I did. So I took just some black so that you could see it well enough. Most of it is, they usually match the color of whatever you're doing. But I decided I wanted to try a little bit of a contrast. So basically what I did is I finished two edges of, so this is finished, I just have a 1/4 inch seam.
So did you just fold it in half and finish it?
All I
Okay.
did is folded it in half because I wanted it finished on both sides.
Okay.
Okay. So what you need to do is you've got to decide, this is what's really fun, is you get to decide what stitch you want to use.
Okay.
And I highly recommend that you play.
Right.
And play with different stitches, play with different widths and different, what's the word? Lengths.
Okay.
I also played with the length. So we're going to go to the machine. I'm going to kind of show you a little bit. So pick your stitches of what you want to do.
Okay,
And
we're
then,
stitching on the Brother machine today. So this is the Stellar 2. And so it kind of has some fun things because when you choose your stitch, it'll tell you which presser foot, right?
Right.
Because
But-
that is important on
yes,
some of
it
them.
is. And I actually liked using my open toe foot for this.
Okay.
Because then I could actually see where I'm going.
I think
'Cause-
that's one of the things that makes me really nervous when you're doing
Yeah.
those stitches is to trust the machine that it's going straight.
Yes.
I feel like we want to manipulate the machine a little bit, don't you
Right,
think?
right.
Instead of just making sure
Let it go.
that we're just
Yeah.
allowing the machine to do the work.
So there's a couple things that I learned as I was doing this to keep, because you've got to keep these two pieces of fabric straight as you're putting them underneath the sewing
Okay.
machine, okay?
Yes.
So I tried it without just winging it, and it didn't go over so well.
Oh,
I
Jackie.
ended up unpicking it.
All right,
So I
you
said,
might have just
"There-"
lost me.
I
You
said,
can't
"There's-"
wing it?
Okay, there's got to be an easier way. So you want to keep those equally distanced between each other so that it will go down the center. So see, like this one, you'll want to, it's right down the center. So you want to choose a stitch that's going to
Show off.
show
both sides.
off both sides.
Okay.
So how-
Now, they're asking what size
Yes.
thread weight you
So
used.
you can use whatever, if you want to use just regular 50 weight quilting
Okay.
thread, you can do that, or polyester thread.
I notice you have Glide, which is a 40
I
weight.
actually decided I wanted it to look a little bit more, I don't know, a different bold, maybe
Yes.
bold. So I used the 40 weight, just an embroidery thread. Because
Okay.
it has a sheen to it.
Yes, I was going to say it's a little bit shiny, so it
And
looks fancy.
I think it looks really good. So I prepared my two pieces. Now this would be really fun. You could do this if you were doing, like, let's say a notebook cover.
Okay.
You know, you could actually do lots of different columns, try and kind of play with different stitches and do them all differently. Different colors. I also tried one using metallic thread.
Okay.
And I used a 12 weight metallic thread. It didn't work as well.
Okay.
Because I think that you needed a different stitch.
Okay.
And it just kind of, when I washed out my stabilizer,
so-
it just kind of,
I feel like metallic weight is so temperamental
yeah.
too.
Well, and if you're gonna wash it a lot, you probably wouldn't want to use metallic. So
And it would be scratchy if it was on a shirt.
it's true.
Just saying.
So I would play around with some different threads. Variegated thread would be really fun to do with this as well.
Yes.
So just kind of keep with your 40, 12 weight thread would also be really good that you could run through your machine. Just make sure that you have the correct needle, or the needle. Is that right? Machine needle. Yes.
Yes.
The correct. For some reason, I'm questioning.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute, didn't sound right, but that's right. Yeah, just make sure that you've got the correct needle for the weight of thread, because that will really help a lot. So in preparing this, I had to make sure that I kept these two together.
Okay.
So this is what I came up with. I just used regular wash away stabilizer. Okay.
Just regular.
Sticky back.
Sticky back.
Sticky
Okay.
back wash away.
Okay.
So I cut it in a 1-inch strip,
Okay.
and I drew my lines. You really only need
That
a
looks so
a
professional,
line
Jackie.
down the center.
Wow.
You really only need the line.
Did you just draw that with a pen?
No, I used my straight edge.
Well,
so I just
okay.
drew
Yeah.
you could just do a center line.
Okay.
And then you can eyeball it on here.
But you can't do that.
No.
I could eyeball it. You cannot.
So once I have my little strip, then all I'm going to do is tear off the paper. I'll show you how you tear this off. And then it will become sticky. So then that's the part that you're going to adhere with your, it's right
That's
there.
brilliant.
Isn't it? Well, and it made it so that it was sticky enough. So I laid it down, and then I took my two pieces.
And it is sticky.
Yes, it is. I keep trying to keep it in the same spot. Okay, so I'll slide it over here so then you can see. So then I can take my two pieces and line these up together perfectly. So that's why I drew 3 lines. And then it sticks to the fabric. Then I'm going to do the other one. And I'm still going to keep my center line because that's going to help. That's going to help.
Especially to set your guide beam, right?
This is where especially you're going to want to do a test sew.
Okay.
Because you're going to have to play around with your stitch width and your
Okay.
length, and then make sure that this gap in between here that you're bridging together it's going to catch. Your
Okay.
fabric is going to catch. So I already have this one ready to go. So I've got my fabric. We're going to choose one of our decorative stitches, and it's going to be stitch number 2-13.
Okay.
I have the open toe foot on here so that I can watch it go, it's stitched, so I know that I'm stitching. I'm going to just follow my line.
Oh, I'm so scared.
But see, the nice thing about having this secure is you don't have to sit there and keep it.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Okay, so then all you have to do is follow your,
So I'm
Your
going to
center.
turn my guide beam on.
and I would also increase your width. I would go as far up.
Okay.
Let's increase it all the way.
To 7.
And then on your length, I would also increase it a little bit. Depends on how loose weave you want
Okay.
for this.
Let's try this.
All right, so then
Okay.
all you have to do is make sure
Okay.
that you're doing it in the center.
All right.
Here we go.
So I'm
Let's
going to
just,
keep that guide beam right in the center.
and it sometimes, can you see how great it is to have it attached to that
Yes,
stabilizer?
that makes it so much easier. Okay, should I go the whole way?
Yeah, just keep
Ah!
going. Go as fast or as slow as you need to go. And I found
Well, I want it over quickly, so that's why I'm going fast.
she's a speedster today.
Oh, Jackie, you're
See?
going to be so
Look how
proud.
fun.
You set me up perfectly.
Yeah. And so then let's look at this. We're going to take it over here and we're going to look at that. Now she has sewn that and bridged those stitches together. And all I need to do now is to remove the stabilizer by just
by running
putting
it underwater, yeah.
running under
Okay,
water.
so there were some questions in there. So the tape that we used was not tape. It was actually a piece of Kimberbell sticky.
This is sticky
wash away.
Yeah,
yes.
yes.
Sticky back wash away stabilizer.
Is what it is.
And so Jackie just took the little piece that she wanted to do. She drew 2 lines on there.
I actually
3 lines actually. Your
I
center
did 3.
line and then one on each side of that.
So I just took my marker and I just decided I was going to do, that's my center line. Then I would trim, and then I would just do, it was just a little bit less than 1/8 of an inch.
Okay.
Because that, you have to, it depends on your machine and the width. That's why you need to do it on a test. And so then what it's going to do, I'll just show a quick, let me sew. So what it's doing is you're running your stitch, your presser foot all the way down here, and it's connecting the stitches like this.
Right.
So that's
Show them
what
on your
it's doing.
example. It works out
So,
fantastic,
yes.
and that was so easy, you guys. I was so scared to be
yeah.
the sewer
So
on that.
this was
and it so
actually
easy.
the one that she used, and I've already washed away the stabilizer inside of
Yep,
it so that
this
you can
works
tell.
fantastic.
But look how fun that is, and you can play around with some different. I really like this one too. This one, I loved this one too.
Oh, that's really pretty.
Because this
It
would
looks
be
so
really
thick, you know, it does.
It would be really fun to adorn this
Yep.
with some fun. I mean, anything really. You could
Yep.
just do this on a sleeve. You could do it on a napkin. You could do it
Right.
on all kinds of different
yeah.
things.
Well, and okay, so I'm sure this has only happened to me, but have you ever needed just a little bit more fabric on something that you're working on? I mean, how fun to put a border,
Well,
you know,
yes.
just like that, and then all
Yes.
of a sudden you're like, oh, that wasn't a mistake. That
Yeah.
was on purpose.
Right.
You know, so
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of different uses that I can see with that, and how fun that was to use my stitch. So
Yeah, it just makes and adds a totally new look to, and it definitely makes it very feminine looking, and it also adds some dimension
right.
and makes it look like it's been around for a long time.
All right, so challenge today. Challenge. Everybody's working on their sewing on their UFO projects, but my challenge today is just choose a decorative stitch and try this technique out. I mean, just grab some embroidery thread, grab a decorative stitch, and just try this technique and post it and count that as your 5-10 minutes of sewing.
Oh, there you go.
Because that is just so fun.
Well, I just took, see, look how simple. I just took, I think I cut it at 5 inches, and I just folded it over, and I just finished the one edge, and that's all I did, just to play and practice with. Now you can also maybe put like a, I'm trying to think what it is, chopstick, okay? A chopstick you could actually adhere to your machine. And use the chopstick as you're going.
As your guide,
As your
so you
guide.
just tape it.
You can try that. You can try the tape. You can tape it down, the tape that we have.
But sometimes your stitches are so delicate that I think that a tape, then you're pulling out your stitches.
Right.
So.
And that's why I loved using the stabilizer.
That was great.
Because it was sticky back and it held it in place. And then I didn't have to worry about trying to keep it in line.
Well, Jackie, that was so fun. I cannot wait to show you all about the twin needle next.
Yes.
So we're going to head on over to, I guess we're going to
We're
stay
stay
here.
here.
Yeah, we're going to stay here, and we're going to show you what you can do, the different kinds of fun things you can do with your decorative stitches and a twin needle. So we'll be back right after this. Is a very traditional block
Yes.
tile, and we gave it traditional twist. So the very first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start just with a simple 4-patch. So what I wanna do is I wanna line my seams along this line right here, and then make sure you line your seams up. Then I'm gonna shift it over so that they are also lined this way.
Genius.
We are actually gonna cut this 1 inch this way, slide this around, and I'm gonna cut 1 inch.
So you do 4 cuts.
4 cuts from the center. Pick your first one up, pick your second one up, first one to the second one, and you just move these around.
Oh.
clockwise, right?
Okay.
Do you see your block come together?
Yes. Look at that.
All right. So we would just continue this on, sew this together. That's all you do. I mean, this
There
is
you
a
go.
Dateline show. Sew this all together.
That's it.
That's it.
Let's do this. Wow. Oh, there we go. There we go. That was really. Three Themes Live is back, and we are so thrilled to see you. We're bringing you a show lineup that will bring success in the sewing room. Clap. Yeah.
This season, we are solving those pesky sewing problems, introducing a fun way to help you get those unfinished projects done. So we're here to get you ready.
Get it?
Got it!
Three Themes Live isn't just about sewing, though. It's a lifestyle show that is about the person who loves to create. Here, you spend time with your friends, no matter where they are, and we explore living life to its fullest.
So join us live on Facebook or YouTube at 1 p.m. Mountain or 3 p.m. Eastern, or catch up when you can. Either way, now is the perfect time to find out what you've been missing.
Double the fun.
Yes, exactly. Three Themes Live is where we always have something to make you smile
Something to learn.
and something to discover. Let's go. Congratulations.
All right, we're back.
I
We're back.
know you're going to
That
want
was
to
so
go
fun.
home. You're going to want to go home and try this.
I want to go
aren't
home
you?
right now and try
Right?
this.
Yeah.
Yes. But another fun thing that we can do is use a twin needle. So Jackie,
Yes.
I know you've used a twin needle. Tell us in the comments, do you ever use twin needles out there? Because if you want a perfect double row of stitching, then twin needles are your answer.
Yes.
And they are so much easier than you might think. So we are going to just take a look. Lisa downstairs made this for
Oh,
me.
look how
and
fun.
isn't this so fun? These are just some decorative stitches that all she's done is put a twin needle in her machine, chosen 2 different colors, and then just use the decorative stitches.
It's so
on there.
cute. Look how fun. That would be really fun to try.
Yes. Isn't that so pretty?
In fact, this one right here was the one that we tried.
Yes. But it just has the 2
Yeah.
different colors. So what is a twin needle, you might ask? Well, a twin needle, basically, let me take this out.
Here, I've
do you
got
have
here.
one
I'll
so
just
that we can
let's
show them
show.
what a twin needle is.
Yeah.
So the first universal truth of twin needles is you need to decide how far apart you want your 2 decorative stitches to go, and that is how you purchase a twin needle.
Yeah.
So I think we have a twin needle sizing graphic that we can show up
Yeah.
there. So for example, and all it is it's just the distance between the 2 twin needles, or you could get really fancy and use
Get
a triple needle.
Oh, would that be so fun?
Yeah, isn't that so fun?
That is really, really
So, all you do is you replace the needle in your machine
'Kay.
with your twin needle. And so I'm going to use a 3.0 millimeter, and that's the distance between the 2 needles in my machine.
'Kay.
Right here. So all I've done is I've just replaced that needle. Now, public service announcement number 1. Do not use your needle threader.
Yes,
You
exactly.
will break your needles
is-
and your needle threader.
that is
So that
good
is
advice.
the one disadvantage of using a twin needle, is that you do have to thread those needles the good old-fashioned way.
Oh,
With
no.
your
Can
eyeball
we
and a
do
set
that?
of tweezers, or I don't do that, but I know maybe I shouldn't. So that is the very first thing that I wanted to talk about. So, with the twin needle, you're going to use just the same bobbin
Okay.
on the bottom, but there are 3 different ways to thread it. And that's the discovery, because we have learned a really cool way to thread it. So the first thing is, let's just grab another color thread on
Okay.
the top. So if I can
Let's
get
do
the
a
camera in.
contrasting.
Yeah,
Should we
let's
do
do
pink?
a contrast.
Do you want to do pink?
I'm not going to stitch on this.
Oh,
I just wanted
okay.
to kind of show how you're going to thread your machine. So the first one, we'll call this the regular way
Okay.
of threading. You're going to use your threader on the
Okay.
machine, the one that
The
lays in.
horizontal.
It's a horizontal, and then we are going to use the second one, and all you'll do is you'll just thread it the good old-fashioned way, just using 2 threads instead of 1. So you just thread that through, and
Okay.
that's how you get your 2 threads.
Perfect.
Okay, the second way is you can actually thread it behind using a spool threader.
Okay.
So just if you just have the spool stand, you can put it behind your machine, and you're just going to thread it both ways in.
That's
but
great.
This is the discover that I want to show you that is such a cool way to do it.
Okay, I can't wait.
Can you not wait?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to actually take these out and show you
Here,
what you do. The nice part about this is we've just put in the J foot, but most machines will tell you which foot to use, or they'll tell you if you're using the wrong foot when you're using a twin needle. So watch your machine because it will tell you which foot. And so this is just a J foot with this one. And if you have a machine that is just a straight stitch, be really careful following your manufacturer's instructions.
Good, that's a good tip.
All right, are you guys ready for this one?
Yes.
So you're going to use 2 bobbin.
Cool.
2 bobbins. And
So
you're actually going to take and you're going to stack these 2 bobbins just right on top of each other.
Okay.
Okay? And then we're going to put this little spool cap
So
on
they
there.
don't fly
so
everywhere.
They don't. Then you're going to take your bobbins, you're going to throw these together, and you're going to thread your machine with both of your threads. I got that on way too tight. So you'll come all the way here, thread your machine down to this right here.
All right.
Then you're going to take 1 color thread and you're going to go it through the thread guide.
Okay.
And then you would thread this one. I should have worn my glasses.
Oh, you need, okay, what do you need?
Just a little pair of scissors.
Okay.
Because you want a really clean edge on here. So we'll just use a little pair of scissors. You're going to sew one of those through here, and you're going to thread one of your needles.
Now, you could use an extra needle threader.
Yes.
So if you really can't do it with it's hard to see, they do have threaders that you can use them.
Okay, so the next one is at this point, we're going to thread this one without going through the thread guide.
Oh.
And the reason we're going to do that is because that will help your thread not to be tangled.
Okay.
So then we're going to take and we're going to thread that one right through the middle, and that's all there is to it.
Wow.
You're done. And that is how easy that is to thread your machine.
Oh, and
needles.
then, oh, look how fun. Then you get to play around with color.
Right, with your color.
And different stitches.
Right.
Ah, I love that.
All right.
You could actually mix both of them, the bridge stitch together, and you could also do this in creating something really fun.
Yep, just with
I love that.
needle.
I
and
love
that is our discovery today. So those are some of the things you can do with twin needles. So I just love this, what Lisa, I mean, I literally just called her about 10 minutes before and said, Lisa, can you throw a twin needle in and do me an example of this? And she, I mean, that is just absolutely stunning. Imagine if you did, like I said, a binding or smocking on a shirt. Or, you know, have you ever had just a plain white t-shirt that you could just go right around?
Oh, that would be adorable.
Right around your neckline or right around your sleeves to use it in your apparel just to give it that little bit of oomph.
I love it. That's a great idea. How fun is that? I've only done twin needle by doing top stitching.
Right.
You know, I didn't think that you could really
do something with it.
But I love that you're able to use your machine even more with all these fun decorative stitches.
So Jen says that she loves the idea of twin needles, but they have broken on her over the years in storage. And so, yeah, they are a little bit temperamental, but if you'll remember that public service announcement, don't use your needle threader.
Right,
We get in such a habit that sometimes it takes just a minute to just slow down and settle down. But I loved this way of threading your machine with the bobbins.
I love that's great, because then you're not using, you can still have the colors, but you're not dealing with the big spools of thread.
And the tangling that sometimes, and that's where a lot of your needles break, is when it gets like a tangled little bit and that tension just pulls that needle.
Yeah.
And so this is great. Great idea to use up some of those spools that maybe you've threaded a full spool and used, just a little teeny tiny amount. We all have those.
Yes.
Yep. So. All right.
How fun. That
well,
was
Jacki,
great.
it was so fun to have you with, and we were
This
so appropriate
was so
today.
Fun. I know.
I can't believe it. No dancing, no laying on the floor. Wow, we got to up our game.
It's okay, because we were talking about something very nostalgic, right?
Very serious.
Yes.
So, and thank you all for being with us. We want to give one more shout out to Chris. Hope she's feeling better so that she can be back with us. So Chris, drink lots of orange juice and take your vitamin C. Remember, we've asked for, have we asked already Or do I need to just
This
start
is
at the
a call.
beginning?
We have a call
We
out.
have a call out.
Okay.
Okay, so they asked yesterday. So we would like to see your epic fails. Now, I don't want a whole show of just Allison's epic fails because I have those daily.
It says
daily
we
epic
all,
fails.
We all have them.
But how did you cover it up? How did you cover it up? I did it on a bowl filler. I melted the felt on a bowl filler one time. That ladybug button that just happened on there was perfect.
Oh,
so
great.
yes, send in your pictures.
Fun.
You're going to send those in. Also, hey, guess what's coming up? And it's coming up faster than we thought.
Yes,
and we
it
are
is.
cutting kits at the warehouse right now
Yeah.
for galas. So if you have not signed up for galas in June, we would love to have you. There's
Yes, we
actually
would.
2 dates in June. It's
Yes.
the perfect time to come to Utah.
Yes, it is.
The weather is absolutely fantastic. If you joined us right from the beginning, you saw how fun Galas is. They have activities, and you bring your own projects and you show them.
Right.
And they feed you, and there is so much entertainment and some exclusive projects that are available at Galas. So sign up for Galas. Check that out. We would love to see you, and we would love to interact for 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, we'd
because
love
you
it.
get to hang out with us. So,
Yes, you
I mean,
do.
you know. All right.
Okay, well,
Well,
that's
with
fun.
that, join me tomorrow because we have another fun-filled day, and we are talking about a little thing called buttons.
Oh, can't get away with
Yep.
not with having buttons for
Yep.
sure.
All right, we'll see you
All
tomorrow.
right, bye-bye.